Good morning. We're making a run to Tractor Supply since today we're supposed to get some crazy weather coming in for the next few days. So we gotta pick up a couple things and yeah, let's go. So we're gonna actually make the trip to Tractor Supply right now to get the heat wrap. I know I said I was gonna order that in the last episode. I'm deciding to do that today just so that I can get that over with. I want to make sure that we have that just because of the weather that's coming in right now. It's all smoky over in that direction, but that's all from the fires that have been burning. So luckily there's nothing around us right now. We need that rain, man. I'll tell you. All right, let's go. Made it. We have what will be our first time with snow up here coming in tonight, and it's only going to fall during the nighttime, and then it's only supposed to be rain during the day. So that's kind of one of those things. It's not going to be really like detrimental to us or anything like that, but we're just trying to prepare as much as we can so that we're ready for it. With that being said, you know, I'm not going to necessarily pick up stuff from Tractor Supply for that. But when we get home, as long as our son is able to go down for his nap, I got some work I need to get done around the property just to kind of make sure stuff is ready to go. For example, I got to fill up a tote full of wood and drag it in the house. That way we have dry wood going into this, because we're going to be burning a fire probably for the next few days. But yeah, that's kind of the plan right now. Man, all this smoke from that border fire blowing up our way right now. It's just nasty stuff. I can't wait for us to be able to get that rain, that way it can kind of wash it down. See you in a little bit. So it's way later in the day now. It's about probably an hour and a half before the sun goes down. So you can see over this way, that storm's starting to move in. So it's a matter of time before we get some rain. But in the meantime, I made a run, obviously, to Tractor Supply. I had to drive all the way to Lake Elsinore. So for y'all that don't know, this is what I was looking for. So essentially what it is it'll basically keep the pipe warm. So we don't have to worry about the water freezing, anything like that. The other stuff that I got: pipe insulation, some electrical tape to fasten heat wrap to the actual pipe, and then redo all the taping that needs to go around the insulation for the wrap. This is what I got. So that's the plan. We'll see how I kind of do this. I really don't know what I'm doing, so we're gonna figure this out together. Okay, so I have kind of a roadblock here. The pipe that actually comes off of the well pump, that's a well pump, is probably like 1.5 inches in diameter. It's a pretty thick piece of piping. So what I got won't necessarily work as far as a pipe insulation goes. So I'm gonna have to run back to, man, that sucks. We're out of time as far as today goes, but running back into town and going to True Value, which is where I got that pipe insulation from. But in the meantime, what I can do is go inside of the filter housing that we built a while ago. I'll link that video up here, wherever it is. And we'll get that installed at the very least. I think that's a good idea, so that that stays nice and warm. But that's really all we can do today. That kind of sucks. Oh well, it is what it is. So let's just pivot and do that. Also, I thought we were done with the wind. I was wrong. However, it's pointing in the right direction. Now it's just freaking freezing. We just can't win. So we made the run to the garage, and we got the Torx bit that we need in order to do this. So eventually I'm gonna actually have the front of the water filtration system actually have like a swinging door on it. We got all the hardware for it, just haven't done it yet. Alright, hopefully y'all can see me okay. So I'm gonna be taking this thing here, we'll take it out, And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wrap up and down each filter. I already have a bunch of wrap on here to go around. I just don't know how I'm gonna get up in there and do everything. That's gonna be a project for another day, I think. But for the meantime, we can at least get the filters done, which is kind of a bigger concern. We'll get started. Since I don't know what I'm doing, I'm actually gonna read this, so I suggest you do too. I'm just doing this. I'm not an actual installer, so don't take everything I say here with a grain of salt. Did it refreeze? It's not even that cold. Oh my gosh. These are what's hoses on. Alright, so how this works is basically this thing is going to chase the length of the pipe all the way around. And, you know, with that being said, I'm going to have to cut this insulation off and make it all work. That's alright. We'll make it happen. Because I don't want any of this to freeze, and I know that if I don't do it the right way the first time, I'm going to have to do it again and again and again. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. Hello, Mama. Everybody, this is Willow. Hi, Willow. She's my biggest supporter. Alright, so take said nice buck knife. Start cutting all this insulation out. Ugh, gosh. Alright. We're gonna go into time-lapse mode. So, 3, 2, 1. So it is currently 7 p.m. and it's about 35 degrees. We got a little bit of, I think, rain happening right now. We're gonna experience the first snow here soon, so I'm not gonna lie, we're a little excited. Be kind of cool. Definitely a change of pace from what we're used to. But main reason I'm out here is just getting the light underneath the Silverado before we close up for the night. Yeah, this is just rain right now. I thought it was something different. So, not ideal, but just a matter of time before it starts snowing. So, we're pretty stoked on it. We're ready for it. It's gonna be a wet night. I know it's gonna be freezing in the morning. That's something that I've got to kind of prepare for. I don't necessarily know if I'm taking the Tesla to work tomorrow. If I'm even going to work at all. I may be staying home because of that. Just because I know the roads are gonna be ice. So if there is snow, I am going to bring the camera out and bring y'all along for the ride for our first snow. But until then, we're gonna go to bed here soon, and that's about it. So it's hard to tell on camera. Mind you, it's 3:20 in the morning, but we have snow. It's finally happening, even though it's only going to snow for like the next 2 hours. So we got snow finally. We'll see what it looks like in the morning. But yeah, that's the update. I got to go back inside and work. So we do have snow. Unfortunately though, I need to go to work. There's not enough to really play in, but the morning's still young. It's still some of the storm over this way. So hopefully we get a little bit more, and Alex and our son and the dogs can kind of play in it a little bit. So fingers crossed. That'll be nice for them. I'm sure I'll hear about it later, but in the meantime, we got to get on the road. Also, side note, we are taking the truck just because I don't know if I'm going to hit black ice or not on the way down. So I want to make sure I'm in 4x4 heading down the hill. But this is so pretty. Alright, so the snow didn't last very long, but at the same time we got to experience it. When I got home later this afternoon, there wasn't much going on. The wind was calm, the skies were calm, the sunset, I'll put a picture in right here. The skies were beautiful, and it was a nice way to end this little storm that we had. It's going to warm up this weekend up to about 71 here, which is, you know, still comfortable at least. I'm hoping we don't get the crazy winds like we did. That rain was nice, the snow was cool to see. Didn't need to take this truck today, but it was out of precaution. So anyway, we're gonna finish getting this thing set up for the night and go inside and relax and enjoy the rest of the evening. Also, quick side note, so y'all just saw me put that foil on top of that thing over there, so that's an airbox. All L5P Silverados have a hood scoop, a functioning hood scoop, that basically has an opening up at the top and it connects down to here at the bottom. So I put the cover on that overnight, just so that if there's any rain, moisture, rodents, or whatever that wants to try to get up in there, they can't, because this foil's in the way. So at least that's the theory anyway. Hopefully that works. It's worked well so far. And even though we just had to have the hood open on these cars, the other thing that I do is I put a light underneath the truck, and I also have a light right here just as a precautionary measure. Okay, we'll see you in the morning. Well, welcome to a very cold and frosty morning. So today we're staying local. I'm going to be doing something a little different this afternoon. I'm not coming straight home. I am going to be going to the farm in Norco to plan out a video for my other business, Western Storytellers. Also, let me know if you guys want to see what I kind of do on a daily basis and want to learn more about it. If that's something you guys might want to see, I may put it on this channel. I may actually create a separate channel just to talk about that stuff, but either way, I'll talk to you guys later about it. This is Super Future Eric. So obviously I didn't film anything in regards to what I talked to the owner about at the farm, but this is basically what we talked about. So there's a film that I want to do for them that I could use for marketing, and they could use for marketing to essentially tell the story of the farm, who they are, what they do, things like that. So I'm going to be taking that film and sending it out to other wedding venues and other types of venues in general to try to get some business. I think that it's going to be a good market, because I don't see films like that all the time, especially on social media, just being spread around. So it's going to be anything from, you know, telling the story of the place to having testimonials from actual couples or people that have used the property. So anyway, that's what that is. Back to the video. Well, good morning. It's been a few days since I picked up the camera. Just haven't had a whole lot going on, kind of the same old stuff. So to kind of catch everybody up, Tuesday I went to the farm in Norco to meet with them about a new project I'm going to be working on as far as marketing material for me, and it involves them. So when I actually produce that film, I'm going to try to set up the GoPro so you guys can see what I'm doing. The other thing is that I went to PT yesterday, and they were super happy with the amount of progress that I made. So I'm happy with that. I think that's great. But yeah, so we're going to keep working on that today, and also when I get home I'm going to be working out in the garage. I was going to this morning, but it's just super cold, and so we're getting on the road early. We're going to be seeing the sunrise, which so far it's gorgeous. The other thing is, and this is not clickbaity or anything like that, but to anyone that is potentially watching this right now that had a family member die, whether it was in the military or on that CRJ American Airlines flight, I'm really sorry. That's awful, and I hope that you guys find some peace. That was an awful thing that happened, and we'll know in the coming days as to what actually led up to the crash. So anyway, for those that don't know, there was a crash over Washington, D.C., over the Potomac River, where a military helicopter collided with a passenger airline jet that was on final into DCA. So I don't know the exact name, but that's the abbreviation. But nevertheless, we're gonna hit the field and get to work. So super pretty. I don't always get on the road this early, so it's nice to kind of experience the sunrise like this. Anyway, we'll catch up once I actually get home and we'll go from there. All right, this is Super Future Eric again. I didn't finish the video, so I'm gonna finish it here. Overall this week, there was storms, there was a little bit of snow that we got. I was able to get the heat wrap onto the filters. I still have to kind of figure out some kinks with that and get it to work right. And we're also only gonna use it when we're gonna get into the teens overnight, just so that we're not using a bunch of energy for no reason. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I really appreciate that. Please like the video if you like the video. Comment down below what you do to basically help out when you're dealing with cold temperatures, and also if you're getting snow in your area, give us some tips and tricks to kind of teach us what we don't know. So thank you again for watching. This is Eric with Easy Peasy Ranch. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.